So yesterday we played clips for you of this absolutely ridiculous phone call that Donald Trump made to the Georgia Secretary of State, asking them to find 11,780 votes and then saying, come on, guys, I just need 11,000 votes to win Georgia. And certainly that call is impeachable. Donald Trump should be impeached for that. He's not going to be, I don't think anyway. He could be impeached after leaving office, but it doesn't seem that there is a political desire for impeachment. But one of the very interesting things that has come out of it is that Georgia Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger, who was on that call, he was the one being pressured, and he is a Republican, being pressured to find a way to give Donald Trump the state of Georgia. He said, it's unlikely we would investigate or investigate criminally or ask criminal charges to be brought because we have a conflict of interest. We were involved in the call, but it is certainly something, criminal investigation and possibly even charges, that an Atlanta area district attorney could do. And this is, once again, it's just the tip of the iceberg of what we may see once Donald Trump is out of office. And of course, this should be investigated. Here is the Georgia Secretary of State, Republican Brad Raffensperger, explaining, since he's involved in this, he really shouldn't be part of the investigation. And he's right about that, but says that there are others, including the Atlanta area district attorney, that might be the right outfit to investigate.
David Worley, a Democratic member of the state election board, which you chair, has asked you to open an investigation into the call. Will you open that investigation?
I believe that because I had a conversation with the president, also he had a conversation with our chief investigator after we did the signature match audit of Cobb County last week. There may be a conflict of interest. I understand that the Fulton County District Attorney wants to look at it. Maybe that's the appropriate venue for it to go.
So the first question, and we'll go through this sequentially, the first question is, what crimes might Trump have committed here? And it's actually a long list. And I'm not saying Trump will face charges. I'm saying the list of possible crimes is long. Federal laws against solicitation of election fraud, I would argue, were broken. To prove it, you need to know intent. But that is hard to prove. But just because something can't be proven in court doesn't mean that, colloquially speaking, you and I can't say, yeah, Trump did that. Federal laws against conspiracy to intimidate, threaten, injure, or oppress any person of rights secured by the Constitution. Georgia state law against solicitation of election fraud arguably was broken. And Georgia state law against willfully tampering with an elector list, voter certificate, ballot box, voting machine, tabulating equipment, or to solicit others to commit such tampering. So, as I told you before, with other Trump investigations, I don't think this is going to go very far, but it may be yet another thorn in Trump's side once he leaves office. I think the most realistic scenario is not Trump ever gets perp walked in handcuffs, not Trump is even ever criminally charged with anything. I think the most likely scenario, if I'm being just, not hyperbolic, but sort of conservative in my thinking with you, is there will be investigations into Trump and his organization that will be a thorn in Trump's side for years to come. Now, another interesting aspect of this, why was the call recorded to begin with? We know now that the Georgia officials on the call did the recording, and they did it because of their knowledge that Donald Trump previously has lied about the content of phone calls. So the recording was almost like an insurance policy for them, assuming Trump would later lie about what was said. They wanted a record to be able to say, here's what was actually said. So it's all completely embarrassing. And, if only we could have seen this coming, right? Like if back in 2016, when we were all sounding the alarm, and unfortunately there were some on the left and right who were saying, it won't be that bad. Trump for 4 years might even get us a true progressive in 2020 that we would all be happy with. Trump will shake things up. He'll sort of bring a different approach. It has certainly been different. There's no doubt about that. But it has been an absolute and complete disaster, regularly attacking in authoritarian fashion multiple, endless aspects of our democratic systems. And undoubtedly, Trump should be impeached after the fact for this. There's no question whatsoever on the merits. Whether he will or won't be, I don't know. Is it even worth doing? I mean, listen, as I said before, there is a duty to impeach if you believe an impeachable action has taken place. And we sort of have to separate the potential outcome, which is not going to be very much, from the duty to do what is right, as Congress is supposed to do. But I, at this point, we're at a loss, and it's simply an emergency to get rid of this guy. We're down to 15 days. We are down to the last 15 days. I want to take a second to tell you about one of our sponsors, S&H Masks. S&H Masks has everything you need when it comes to face masks and other protective gear for COVID-19, and they're giving my audience 20% off. S&H Masks is the company that I've personally been going to for face masks. I love and trust the products they sell, and that's actually why I reached out to them about being a sponsor. I've tried tons of different face masks this year, like many of you, and I still have not found a mask that is more comfortable or easier to breathe in than the washable cotton masks that they sell. It's made of a silky, lightweight cloth that feels great on the skin, has a convenient adjustable strap. They also have disposable cloth masks, which are really comfortable, as well as all of the other gear like face shields, alcohol wipes, no-touch infrared thermometers. And all of their prices are very reasonable. I also love S&H Masks because they've donated over 60,000 masks to healthcare institutions. They're an excellent company. Shipping is just $5, and shipping is free on orders over $150. You can get there by going to davidpakman.com/mask. The link is under this video, and you can save 20% on everything in their store when you use the coupon code DAVID.